Hey all, welcome back to another Mini-Sode where today we'll be taking a look at Fireblade. Now, normally I would tell you guys the plot of the game, but believe it or not, the game does it for you in a most to-the-point way possible, so take it away, game.
Fireblade is an anti-terrorist military force formed by Western nations to stomp out terrorist cells around the world. The largest and most dangerous of these cells is the United Eastern States, or UES. Intelligence sources have uncovered information that the UES have been establishing training camps and production facilities for weapons of mass destruction in strategic areas around the world. It appears they are preparing for an all-out war against the West. The time has come. The threat can no longer be allowed to exist. Fireblade has been mobilized.
There you go.
The gameplay of Fireblade can best be described as a flight simulating action game, similar to the old Strike series from EA, where you fly your badass chopper through 20 stages, completing objectives like saving civilians, protecting your fellow soldiers, and of course blowing up terrorists. That last one being the thing you'll do a lot of. You have quite an arsenal of weaponry and tech to accomplish your missions, like a minigun that auto-targets enemies, rockets, homing missiles, a sniper rifle, as well as turbo and stealth modes, along with thermal imaging, handy for sniping enemies. Plus, you don't have to feel stingy with the ammo, as enemies drop plenty of health and ammo pickups. Unfortunately, there are a few things that drag Fireblade down a bit. Flying the chopper at first is quite the challenge and may have you turning the wrong direction a few times or taking a bit more time to aim your rockets, resulting in taking more damage. But with time it becomes a little bit easier. But what might steer you away is the game's difficulty, as Fireblade is tough as hell, but not so much in its missions, more in its enemy damage. It feels like there's a bit of unbalance, as you could be ripped to shreds in no time, meaning that sniper scope will become your friend very quickly. Coupled with the fact that when you die or fail the mission, you have to start from the beginning, this might make some players steer clear. Even the 4 mini-games you unlock by completing each campaign probably won't sway you either.
I'm in map grid sector 3 at coordinates 5.
Visually, Fireblade isn't that bad for the time it came out in. The vehicles look good enough, and the little soldiers are adorably tiny. The stages, on the other hand, are as basic as you can get. But, like many games I've seemed to cover lately, Fireblade is a title that came out in the early life of the Big Green, so its basic look is part of the charm. The audio fares a little better though, with pretty good music that reminds me of a big summer action movie and voiceover that's not too bad.
We've got her on radar. Blue signature. Let's get our hands on her before they do.
Overall, Fireblade, despite being a tough experience, is still a fun game to play. It harkens back to those previously mentioned Strike games back in the Genesis days that were just as tough, but it was still fun to mow down enemies in your badass attack chopper. Plus, the game is dirt cheap, so it won't hurt your wallet to pick it up on your game hunts. And with that, this is the Dolly Popka. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Approaching heliport. We are ready to insert pilot. Stand ready, over.